Alright guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Dre Denise. If you are new here, if you are not, then welcome back, girl. If you guys do not follow me on Instagram, and this is where this video is coming from, it's blunt but sweet, no spaces, no asterisks, no dots, no none of that, just straight blunt but sweet. As you guys can see, I never come on here like this. But there's a first for everything. And if you guys watch my Instagram story, you'll know that I said I would not be working with any more raw hair companies for a while. And we're going to get into why, because, honey, my hair's not supposed to look like this. I shouldn't be wasting coin. I shouldn't have an install for 3 days and then have to take it down. I should not have to have permed and dyed my hair in order to possibly make a partnership work. But it's trial and error. Let's talk about it, because the hair company, they'll watch my Instagram stories, but they will not respond back to any of my messages on Instagram through text message. And at this point, it's disheartening. At this point, I'm upset. At this point, I'm bewildered, and we need to talk about it. So you guys, I'm not going to disclose the name of the hair company quite yet. We're going to upload their video later on whenever I figure out how to finish it up. But let's talk about it, you guys, because if you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, y'all know I've done a 360 when it comes to the quality of my videos. Honey, I used to come on here looking any old type of way. Now I actually, honey, sit down and do my hair. My hair be slayed and laid to the motherfucking guys. It's one thing for certain, two things to show. So for me to come on here looking like this, honey, it's a problem. Why? Because I just wasted $165 for an install that didn't even last 3 days. I hadn't had a sew-in since freshman or sophomore year of high school, and that was 8 or 9 years ago that I was in that grade. So yeah, y'all, it's really upsetting. So let's talk about it. Okay, you guys. So this particular company reached out to me. They have watched my hair journey with raw hair reviews from 3 years ago. They approached me and wanted to work with me based off of how said company treated me. But when it comes to bringing up said company, do not give me a backhanded compliment. And that's the point, you guys. I peep a lot of things. I hate when companies reach out to me and act like I'm fucking slow. It does not matter. Let your quality speak for itself. Don't come boasting. Don't come, saying all these things, because if it doesn't work out, and it's a lot of things that were contradicted when it came to what was said and then later on what was said. Like, for example, you guys, oh, it's trial and error. I have the best hair in the country. We offer free replacements. We don't ever blame the customer for what goes on with the hair. We just offer free replacements because the customer's always right. Why is it that I dye the hair, which I've dyed my yummy hair extensions, the Cambodian natural wave hair, the same dye, and the same color, and it's completely fine. I dyed my hair and permed my hair, and this is how my hair look. I don't have any snags. I don't have any tangles, any mats. But when it comes to their hair, honey, it was matting up so bad. I went to go pick my man up from deployment. It was on Monday of last week, and I got my hair done on Friday. I sent her a video of the hair 24 hours after I installed it, and it was matting up. It wasn't just the frontal. It was the whole set of hair, the nape of the neck. And I've dyed my hair and some other hair, and it's totally fine. But it's like, oh, well, you didn't tell me you were going to do this. You didn't tell me that you were going to do that. We didn't talk about baby hairs here. We didn't talk about this. And it's like, when you're dealing with a YouTuber or an influencer, let them live their life. If they want to wear baby hairs, that's the point, you guys. I have a scar somewhere over here on my forehead, and I could not do no baby hairs because my scar would show. And I would have to put makeup. And that's so close to my hairline, because I've got to be glued. Honey, y'all need to send me a check. That I would have had to, put makeup right in that area. And it would always be on the lace. So it would not always look natural because I'm having to put so much makeup in that one spot. So I decided to opt to get baby hairs. And instead of the company understanding that, it's like after something goes wrong with the hair and I send you what the hair looks like, all of a sudden, oh, well, it's your fault that you did this. It's this, it's that. And it's like, in the beginning, I should have stuck with my first mind when it started to match the day of my hair install with my stylist. I already paid my hairstylist $165 to install my hair. I dropped the frontal off to her and she bleached the knots, which everybody bleaches their knots. There's no problem with that. But when it starts to matting up after you do that, there's a problem. She literally let that hair sit in silicone mix for 24 hours. She rinsed it out and dried it 2 hours before I got there for my appointment the very next day. And this hair company's like, oh, well, send it back to me. What am I supposed to do with my hair? So I sat over here, dyed, and permed my hair in order to try to make this partnership work. And do you think they cared? Oh, I'll overnight some hair to you. I'll, give you the 165 back. And all she has to say is, oh, I feel awful. She didn't even respond with a return address for me to send it back. So I went ahead and installed it. Crazy me, 24 hours after the fact, I'm sending her a video of it naping up, it matting up in the nape of the neck. And it's like, oh, well, you weren't supposed to do this. You weren't supposed to do that. You're doing a processed hair review on raw hair. First of all, anyone that does raw hair, because I'm not new to this, I'm true to this, keep that in mind. Anybody that deals with raw hair, they do a bleach test. They do a color test. They do a steam test. They do a strand test. So what do you mean it's processed hair? Because they have to do this process in order to make sure the hair's legit. I dyed my hair with that same Adore dye. I dyed my Yummy Hair Extensions wig with the same dye, and I did not have any problems. Literally, my man's like, you need to take that out your head. It's matting up real bad. That's not the first image I want of my man not seeing me for an entire year. That's the first thing that comes out of his mouth. It's very disheartening. So I've reached out to the hair company numerous times since then. And it's like, I don't take well to somebody blaming me. When you approach me to do a hair review and you know how said company did me, do not come giving me backhanded compliments. Because when we originally spoke, it's like, oh, my colleagues felt like you were not a good fit. They felt like that you didn't fit the bill of what we were looking for. You were rough around the edges, but I stuck up for you because I love blatant honesty. I love how honest you are about your reviews. Yeah, I am. So when you come to me, make sure that you're on your P's and Q's. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure, somebody approaches me to do a hair review for them and they're going to send me product, it shouldn't take 4 months for me to get it. You can't be out here contradicting yourself, being like, okay, well, the customer's never wrong. I'm trying to have a luxury hair company. We offer free replacements. We don't blame the customers for whatever problems that they have with the hair. But when I tell you I dyed the hair, and that's the point. We had a conversation before I even installed the hair after it was dyed. I told her, hey, all of my other hair in my closet, my Yummy Hair Extension wigs, all of them are about the same length, the same color. I have to figure out how to tell the hair apart. So I want to do something different. But when you're approaching an Instagram influencer or a YouTube influencer, they like to be creative. And I'll give you guys an example. It's like Fashion Nova. Some people will get on a blank canvas and do their video, their try on. Some people will take photos on the beach. As long as you are representing that company correctly, that's all that matters. You're able to put your own creative touch to it because that's your personality. That is your style. That's why they chose you. But I can't even do that. So I really don't want to work with any more raw hair companies for the time being because, honey, this experience, do you think since I'm doing sponsored content for them that they're going to be, that they were like, oh, we're going to, overnight you some hair. We're going to give you your money back for your install since it didn't even last you 3 days. Do you think they did that? No. So therefore, you guys, and it's the looking at my Instagram story of me having to go revamp some Yummy Hair Extension wig out of my closet from a year ago, honey, and I slayed that fucking look. Looking at my story, but can't respond back to neither one of the messages that I sent you, one on Instagram and one through text message. But you can look at my story though, girl. Right. So, like I said, I was going to give them a little bit more time to respond to me, but honey ain't trying to respond to me. And that's the point. I was courteous enough to sit here and be like, okay, I'm going to do a 3 video series. And, I was going to do that for them. Do you think I got paid for any of these videos or any of the time that I spent or any of the money that I spent trying to make these videos? And that's the point, you guys. We were going to do a whole different type of video for this particular company. I was not even in the unboxing. If you guys have looked at my channel for years, y'all will see that I'm always, holding the hair up, this, that, and the third. No, honey, I want the hair to shine for itself. I want this to work so bad because of the backstory, the fact that me and this person would communicate on a weekly basis. We would FaceTime, and she showed me the hair before, even sending it to me. And it's like, oh, well, we're going to treat you like royalty over here, Andrea. You can, pick the whatever you want, you can get. And when I tell you what I want, I can't do that. I can only do such and such, blah, blah. Then why tell me whatever? And it's the point of making me seem like I'm slow. That's the point. I like to observe people. One, everyone knows that you have to, in order to detangle hair, regular hair, it needs to be wet because you can rip your hair. But instead, this lady is like, oh, when you get ready to, detangle hair, don't use a comb. Use a paddle brush or use a brush. Yeah, I know that. I've been doing raw hair in my hair for quite some time. So I have very much common sense. So, like I said, backhand compliment as far as, oh, well, you're rough around the edges, but we stuck up for you because we love that you're blatantly honest and, you stick by your views and you're honest about everything. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. So when you come working with me, you best believe that I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to give you opportunity to make it right, and I'm giving it a full week. Since the last communication that me and this hair company has had. We talked on Sunday of last week. Here it is Sunday of this week, and I still ain't got a response. But, like I said, you would think that they would send me a shipping label to send the hair back to them. No, she ain't send me nothing. She ain't responded. So, this is what I have to result to, and honestly, at this point, I just really don't care. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, it's only $165. It's $165 of my money. When it's my money, and I'm wasting my money, honey, y'all know I do research before I go doing anything. I don't care what nobody has to say about yummy hair extensions. The consistency on my end has always been the same. The consistency is always there. None of my hair has altered. It doesn't matter if I dye my hair with the crappiest fucking dye. The hair is still going to be fine. Why? Because I deep condition my hair after. I shampoo my hair days later after dyeing it. I make sure that my hair is tip-top quality after the fact. So it's just real upsetting. Because this hair company is the best hair company around now. I think I have the best hair in the country now, so on and so forth. And it's like, I don't need you to tell me. I need for that quality to show. I don't need you to vocalize how great your company is. Let your hair do the talking. Let the processes that I take it through showcase the hair. Because like I said, anybody knows when they're testing out raw hair vendors, they're trying different hair. You got to do a bleach test. You got to do a dye test. You got to do a steam test. You got to do a strand test. And I did that, and it didn't pass. And unfortunately, I tried to wait and see if we were going to be able to, exchange the hair, what was going to go on. And here it is a week later, and we're watching stories, but we're not responding back to messages. If somebody had the ability to put something out about my company not in the best light, I would, especially them giving out 100% honesty, I would make sure that I would keep in touch with them and make sure that I'm communicating with them and trying to make things right. Because your first review on your hair company should not be a bad one. The first time somebody hears about your company online should not be a bad one. But it is what it is. You guys, like I said, I just won't be doing any more raw hair reviews for the time being. And if you watch my hair videos, if you guys can see, I don't care if it's a closure or a frontal. I normally don't wear closures, but If a company sends it to me, or if that's my last resort for right now, I will wear it. But yeah, you guys, I'm going to figure out what I'm gonna do with my hair. My hair looks a little funny right now, you guys. I have naturally dry hair. My hair's always my scalp is always dry. I'm getting ready to wash my hair, do my nightly routine. My hair look fine after that. I just don't right now. I just don't have a curl pattern at all. Like, I permed my hair to try to make it match the bundles, and now I don't even know what to do with this on my head. But we're gonna make it work, you guys. For the past week, I've been wearing my hair like this to work, and it looks fine to me. Yeah. So you guys, thank you guys for watching my videos. Like I said, if you're a raw hair company, I'm not working with any more raw hair companies right now. If I do decide to, please make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. Let me have my creative space to do whatever it is that I want to do. And let that be that. I'm not trying to be in a slave contract. I'm not trying to be told what I can and cannot do. As long as your review's there, as long as it's showcasing your company in the best light, as long as it's withstanding all of these tests and your hair comes out looking fucking fabulous, I shouldn't have to hear anything else about it. Yeah, and make sure everything's done in like a timely fashion. But it's like I told you guys, something I didn't get a chance to say. It took like 4 months for me to get the hair after the initial contact. And for those of you that know, like, I let her know, hey, I was looking for some wavy hair to put in my head. I waited 4 months to get some hair. Like, I was looking for 4 months. She was like, don't go buy no hair. I'm going to send you some hair, blah, blah, blah. 4 months later, I'm like, hey, I'm getting ready to buy some hair, because at this point, I've been walking around for 4 months with no new bundles, and I'm trying to wait on you. It's above me now, you guys. It's just really disheartening, and it's really, I'm just sad about it, because it doesn't matter if it's $5 of my money. I wasted it. And y'all know I sit here and I sit over here and I talk about quality. I talk about doing research before I deal with anybody. And here it is, and I'm out of my money. You better not be in my kitchen. You better not be in my kitchen. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for watching my video. I'm going to go figure out what my cat just got into, because, yeah, I don't play that. Don't be in my kitchen on my counters, and y'all know that that's on period. So, thank you guys for watching my video. I will see you guys in the next one. I will possibly be revealing the hair company in the next video. I haven't really decided yet. But, yeah, hopefully y'all understand where I'm coming from. If y'all don't, I could care the fuck less. And that's on period. Honey, when I come back, y'all know honey gonna be slayed, laid, and down to the gods. And that's on period. Pooh. All right, you guys. See you guys in a later video.